Okay, so the question is, what is drill music? I was coerced to do this segment on what is drill music and what is the difference between drill music in the US and drill music in the UK. Now, I'm not familiar with the terminology and why it's been termed drill music. I was just getting used to trap music. And what sounds like trap music is now called drill music. And I don't know why the terminology keeps changing. They're rapping horribly, most of them. And it's still, to me, hip hop. But I don't know what's the difference between drill music and trap music, and what's the difference between drill music in the US and drill music in the UK. So before I go and give you any more in-depth difference in my 2 cents of what is drill music and the differences between the UK and the US, I first have to give some more. I have to go and dive and dig deep and understand the differences. Oh, just really what is this drill music and when did it get started and who's responsible for it and so forth and so on. So I have to probably stop at this point to really kind of dig deep and give you some more stuff when I really get more of the information. So the only other person that I do know who is New York, from Brooklyn, Panamanian descent, that is doing drill music today is a young brother by the name of Pop Smoke. And for those who know, he recently got arrested for doing something really stupid like transporting illegal royal. What is the name of that? There you go. He got in trouble for that, and I don't know why he would do that, but that makes no sense. It's another story altogether. And he is widely known for whatever he does. I don't personally think, and I'll probably get shot for saying this, I don't personally think he is that creative outside of he's got a good voice. I gotta wait for my son to finish laughing. So outside of his nice deep voice, I like rappers to have voices, manly man's voice, pause. And I like to.
What if they're a woman?
Well, if they are women, then I guess they don't have to have a nice deep voice. That would be scary if they did.
Yeah, it's 2020. Don't be sexist.
Okay, I'm not sexist. I'm just saying, I like a brother that sound like a brother and not sound like he's
Okay, but
sucking
not every
helium.
dude has the highest octave in their voice.
I mean, lowest octave in their voice.
Whatever.
Well, they don't need to, but I don't want to hear a big burly man. He's a big dude. And I don't want him to sound like he's sucking on some helium, and that doesn't look good as far as I'm concerned. Some voices annoy me, like Drake's. I don't think he has a. Yeah, he doesn't have a good voice. But we won't even get into him. He's another class to talk about altogether. But Pop Smoke has been ruling over the airwaves here in New York, and what I thought was trap music, I'm finding out is drill music. So I have to study some more about this new sound and then get back to you guys when I get more information. Okay, that sucks. Let me just do it like this. Well, people, according to Wikipedia, drill music is a style of trap music that originated in the south side of Chicago in the early 2010s. I don't know how early 2010s are. Like, do you say 2010? It's 2010, early, mid, whatever. It just originated in 2010. And it is defined by its dark, violent, I don't know that word, lyrical content and ominous trap influence beats. And the examples that it gives me are people that I've heard before. Like Chief Keef, never liked him. Little Dirk, I liked him. Fredro Santana, don't know who he is. Little Reese, and somebody by the name of SD, never heard of them. So I am familiar with that sound, and they call it Chicago trap music because at the end of the day, that's exactly what it sounds like. In the drill and its stylistic origins, according to Wikipedia, Midwest hip hop, trap, gangster rap. So at the end of the day, it's all the same thing. Maybe what they're saying on it is, oh my God, why does he do that? Maybe what they're saying is what makes the difference between what may be considered rap in the days of old and what kids are saying now. Now, according to Wikipedia, also, great source for information, they have a separate section for what is considered UK drill music. And according to Wikipedia, it says UK drill is a subgenre of drill music and road rap. I don't know what that means. That originated in the South London district of Brixton from 2012 onwards. Bar. Say it again.
Brixton is ghetto.
Well, according to my daughter, Brixton is ghetto, and maybe is that show Top Boy in that area?
Do I know?
I don't know, but you watched it.
I'm from. Do I sound like I'm from the UK? Do I sound like I've been there a couple of times?
Okay.
No. No, I don't.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry I asked the wrong person. Anyway, I watched Top Boy. I'm sure you guys did too. No plug, no sponsor, but that's a good show. Borrowing heavily from the styles of Chicago drill music, UK drill artists often rap about violent and I can't pronounce these words. I know these words. I just don't feel like pronouncing them. Criminal lifestyles. They basically gangster rap at the end of the day. So they want to talk about violent stuff in their music. And I guess this is what makes the separation between maybe hip hop and what is the separation between drill and trap. It's all basically the same. Let's see. Typically, those blah 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 blah. They did not give me. Oh, they did. Since 2016, more modern groups have emerged, such as 814, Slywood Nation, Block 6. That does sound familiar. YAZG. Never heard of them. Zone 2, B-Side, Moscow 17, and it goes on. I mean, there's a whole lot of people coming out of England. And I don't know any of these people. Do you know any British people?
No.
No? Okay, well, again. But you did say you had a problem with some of the accents. They sound too proper. Like they're threatening you, but it sounds too proper. Yeah, I've heard this before where I like what they're doing. I think it sounds a little bit different from hip hop, from British artists when I was growing up. They do sound like they mean business, but they just say it very properly. I like it. I like some of what I've been hearing out of Britain, but not so much the UK drill music. And some of what I've heard on this side of the planet, I've heard it, and I really wasn't a fan of it because I don't think these guys are rappers. Now, I know a lot of people are going to probably say, you're an old head, and, what are you going to give us, Biggie? And I probably would, make a difference between lyricism, if that's a word, versus some of the stuff that I've heard today. And I think some of what I'm hearing today is not as lyrical matched to some of those of yesteryear. Now, I shouldn't always compare stuff today to yesteryear because, things progress, things change. I think there's a difference between talent versus you just getting on a mic and just saying absolutely anything violent that makes no clear sense. Is that guy TK? Was he drill? I mean,
I don't know.
Okay. Why are you here? Why are you here? I thought you were supposed to help me. You're supposed to aid me. Oh my god.
I'm just here because I am.
Okay. Well, anyway, that's what I think. I think some of these artists of long ago had talent. A lot of them weren't the greatest who they were, but they definitely did have talent because they actually put pen to paper and they put thought. Oh, damn. In essence, I think that there's something to be said with some of the music that is out today. It doesn't really take a whole lot of talent to really be an artist today, and I guess it really doesn't mean that you have to have content to make content or concept to make content. So, drill music is just trap music at the end of the day, no matter who it is or where they come from. Some people do have a problem with the British accent and the whole gangsterism thing. It's actually funny. I like it. I would love to hear more of it. It's a bit different from what I've heard coming from a lot of these U.S. artists. I never thought that Chief Keef was considered drill music. I just thought it was just trap music. At the end of the day, it's really what it is, and I guess it's just where it comes from at the time or the place that makes it a new supposed sound. Now New Yorkers, of course, are jumping on the bandwagon of sounds from other places, and they're doing their own thing. Should hip-hop be based on where you are, and then your sound should be that sound? I'm pretty old school, and I want to kind of say yes. Like people from New York weren't trying to sound like people from Cali, and vice versa. I mean, they were just trying to sound like what they sounded like at the end of the day. However, there was a time when there were influences from sounds, and both areas or certain different areas had the same sound source, but they were from different parts of the world. So in LA, you had Far Side, you had what's these other guys? Oh my God, their name will come to me, but they were jazz influenced rappers, while you had jazz influenced rappers in New York, like Diggable Planets and Gangstar and whoever else used jazz in their music. But in each one of these artists or groups, they sounded slightly different, even though there was influences in their music from the same source. So jazz was the underbelly and hip hop was the overbelly, and they still created their own sound using the same subgenre at the end of the day. So drill music, to me, sounds the same across the board, and it's just different accents that make it really what it is from where it comes from. I personally think whoever does the stuff for Pop Smoke, I know, again, I'm going to take another shot. It sounds the same. There's nothing that sounds different from beat to beat to beat to beat. It sounds like one beat rearranged 50 different times, and people seem to eat it up. That's something that was not heard of in my day. But Premiere, it's just something that wasn't really done often. If you wanted to remove yourself from a certain sound, you had either different producers and different sounds from different people, not the same person doing the same beat. Like a Pop Smoke album sounds like one long extended song, and there's nobody who could tell me that's not true, because every song sounds exactly the same. And I do have a problem with this new song he has, Christopher Walking. Now, it must be a Brooklyn thing, and I'm from Brooklyn, but I do believe the man's name is Christopher Walken. If he's referring to Christopher Walken as the actor in The King of New York, because he clearly refers to himself as being King of New York. Christopher Walken was the actor who played a character in the movie King of New York. So I'm wondering. But anyway, I digress before I lose fans and I get a lot of hate mail. For the most part, well, I won't.
You don't lose fans on YouTube, and you don't get mail. What the hell is this? 2000?
Okay, so I stand corrected again. I don't think I'm going to have her here on these rants too often. But for the most part, that's my little thing on this drill music. Is it here to stay? I don't think so. It's trap music, it's hip hop, it's rap at the end of the day, and it will progress to be something else down the line, 5 years, maybe even sooner. So, but what we do need is diversity in sounds of today's music, and that's what I think is missing. No diversity whatsoever. Nobody's using different sounds from different genres to infuse a new sound within hip hop, or just a new sound in general. Everybody is stuck on an 808 sound. That instrument is as old as the drum itself, and even real drums, you could really tweak and make new sounds sort of it, so to speak, out of it. 808 is an 808, a 909 is a different version of an 808, but it still goes boom at the end of the day. So that's my 2 cents. Anyway, thanks for coming. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the little belly thing to let you guys know I'm coming with stuff when I come with stuff. And I intend to do more of these, thanks to my daughter. You told me to do this. You told me to tell the people what I think is the difference between UK drill and US drill. Didn't you? You don't want to take credit for that? I mean,
You're about to.
okay, anyway, on that note, I gotta go.